Hello? Wait, hold on. Here we go. Eh? No. Oh. Wait. Oh, I got. Yes. Welcome to the stream. You have been chosen to tune into the stream. Whether you're here to stay or on your way to parts unknown, welcome to the stream. It's safe for you. Hello. Oh my God, it's been like 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks? Kind of been 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I wasn't able to do Morning Tengu last week. But yeah, wait, hold on. Let me change the music. There's wait, hold on. Studio mode. Show music. It's well, what's this one? There we go. Yay! Chatting music, I guess. Welcome to the stream. You have chosen. I nearly did the intro again. But yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I've been very busy outside of doing streams, and I've also been very busy just in general. But I'm glad to be back in my normal tempo of streaming. Kinda. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, because like yeah, this week I'm back to streaming on the Wednesday and the Saturday and the Sundays. But yeah, I'm back. I don't know. It's been a busy 2 weeks, but I felt like I needed it because towards the end of what was it? Towards the end of my brain. Towards the end of the week before the last, I guess. Yeah, 2 weeks back. Yeah. 2 weeks back, I was just starting to feel a little bit sluggish. I was starting to feel a bit like, is this the endless loop? Have I started just going into a loop? I've started to go on repeat, you know. And damn, I don't know. Last week, having the time off, just like even if I was dead tired, we did a lot of things last week with my when I was guiding my friend around. We did a lot of things, but it was just, well, I don't want to be mean, but it wasn't streaming, and it felt really refreshing, like just not streaming for a week, just taking a break, you know, taking time off, relaxing, maxing, and just, you know, it was generally a really nice time. And we ate a lot of good food. We went to a lot of places. We walked a lot. I clocked like 25,000 steps every single fucking day for those 5 days. And like, oh, I'm still trying to recover from it, honestly. I've been recovering from it. 25,000 steps every day. Okay, let me adjust my mic a little bit. I want it to be like in front of my mouth, like somewhere here. Okay, there we go. But yeah, 25,000 steps every single day. Like the day he landed, the day he landed, he's like, "Oh, let's go out." I'm like, "Are you fucking tired from the fucking 8-hour flight?" I'm like, he's like, "No." I'm like, yeah, but it's all right. It's all within the plans. We had a schedule. We kind of loosely followed the schedule, and in general, it was. I hope it was nice for him. It felt like he even typed up a nice message at the end, like saying that he had a lot of fun. I'm like, I'm glad you had a lot of fun, because damn, I was a little bit anxious. Because honestly, I didn't even know he was coming until like a week before. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, we can. I took a lot of photos of our journey. Let me finish uploading them because I haven't finished uploading them. Give me a second. So yeah, this is this. Okay, so yeah, we went on the day he landed. We went around. Of course, we took a cab back to my place and dropped off his belongings. Thankfully, got him a little bit set up. Then we just went out after that. It was really like. Next thing. And honestly, I'm glad, because in the end, he didn't really have much time here. I think he had like 5 days, just slightly short of 5 days. Let's see, Thursday afternoon to Friday night. That's about half. 1, 2. Yeah, 4.5 days. Not like 5 days, honestly. So it was kind of a rush. We kind of went from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, and yeah, it was really busy. Really busy, really rushed. But generally, we've had a good time, and I'm glad he enjoyed himself. We only really started making plans like 2 weeks before. 3 to 2 weeks before. We had a release schedule, like first day we're gonna go here, second day we're gonna go there, you know, third day we're gonna go there. I'm glad. Okay, let me finish uploading these and then we can get started. Okay, I think these are good. These are alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm uploading the photos onto like my Discord, so I can like go through them on stream. But generally, we managed to explore a lot of foods for him because I was afraid that we might get locked in. Oh, we're gonna what are we gonna eat today? Maybe I'll eat the thing we ate yesterday. But every single day we're eating something different. And I'm glad because there's a lot of different foods here for you to try, and sights, a lot of sounds, and we generally pretty much covered most of the bases, I feel, right? We generally covered all the bases of food, sights, and sounds. You know, modern sights and sounds. You know, the more cultural, the more you know. I'm not gonna say old, but like, what's a good word for? I mean, cultural is a good word. So like the cultural sights and sounds. Okay, that's this day done. Of course, he brought a lot of souvenirs. Bought like a lot of snacks over from Japan. He bought alcohol from Japan, and like we shared it. It was amazing. Okay, I think I'm just about done uploading photos. Give me a second more. Okay. Oh yeah, this was the last day. All right. Okay, so I've done uploading all the photos for last week. Now I need to upload the photos for this week. Pardon. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, it's been a busy 2 weeks. I'm glad I can finally settle down a little bit. Maybe I'll take more weeks off. You know, not just a entire week, but like a day off on the weekend just to go do my like random things. I still want to go to the bird park, the aviary, the national aviary. There's a new one that opened recently, and it's pretty hype because the birds are everywhere. Anyway, let's get into it. Where is? I think it's this. Is it this display? Let me see. Display 2. Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh my god, that's a lot of photos. So yeah, the day they landed, whoops, there we go. They landed. Of course, I went to pick them up, and of course, upon reaching, their first thing they wanted to eat was, you know, something local, something nice. They're like, oh yeah, let's go eat chicken rice. Chicken rice is definitely a staple in the cuisine over here. It's just, you know, roasted chicken and rice. That's it. That's all to it. There's nothing else. Like you see over here, there's a soup. This one's generally the water they boil the chicken in, and it generally tastes really nice. It depends on how diluted it is, but generally very nice. Of course, you got the celery with the oyster sauce, and yeah, this is like the full chicken rice meal. Of course, being like a more sterilized version of it at the airport, it's not exactly the best. I mean, the serving of the cucumbers could be bigger, the serving of the vegetables could be bigger, the rice could be bigger. but generally it's a nice like taste of a local flavor, a local cuisine. What is this? Yeah, this I would recommend to almost anybody. If you're getting chicken rice with the chicken, the rice, and the soup, you're pretty much set. The vegetables are complementary. You can eat chicken rice without or with. I recommend with, but without it's just fine, right? You have the chicken, you go the rice, and then you mix of course you need to put this chili onto the chicken as well, right? Oh god, I'm making myself hungry talking about this. Oh my god, I can feel the chili in my mouth when I talk about it. But yeah, generally you pour the chili onto the chicken, then you just eat it with the rice, and you wash it down with the soup. Sometimes you want to clear your palate, you eat the cucumber, and that's my general recommendation of how to eat chicken rice. You don't have to follow it, but that's how I do it. Chicken rice is one of my childhood meals, if anything. It's something I always used to like get my parents to buy for me for dinner or lunch, right? Like, oh, what do you want? I want chicken rice. And yeah, this has been my meal of choice since I was really a wee little boy. And yeah, it's great. I love chicken rice. Although recently I haven't eaten much of it because I haven't been able to find chicken rice that's good and affordable. Generally, it's been I haven't been in places where chicken rice is nice. That's all. Anyway, yeah. So of course the first day. Wait, I forgot to upload one photo. Never mind. So for the first day, he decided to say, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go to the tourist island." Like we have this island at the southern along the south off the southern coast of Tengu land, right? It's called Sentosa, and basically that's where all the tourists go. I don't want to be too mean, but there's nothing left down there for like culture or anything. They pretty much made sure of that. Now it's just a casino, Universal Studios, a big aquarium, right? There's not much cultural, historical significance to the island anymore, even though it was kinda historically important. I'm starting to get into a rant. Anyway, so yeah, we came here, we walked, and he was like, damn, there's actually not much. Yeah, I told you, there's not much here. There's literally just, there's beaches. You pretty much come here for the beaches. Even then, the beaches are so small and insignificant. They're not great. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe. But you know what? He was pretty happy seeing the ocean from the island, right? As you can see in this photo, right? And off in the distance, you can see the cranes, the heavy-duty cranes to lift shipping cargo. He was pretty amazed seeing that. Like, wow, there's so many of them, and there's so many ships just parked out on the ocean. You don't see it in this photo, but towards the right a little bit, it's just merchant ships everywhere. They're all just like at what is it called, on standby. They're just parked there, weigh anchor. I forget the word for it. Shit, I lost my nautical terminology. But generally, he was pretty amazed just seeing the ocean itself, and I was like, okay, well, if that's what you came here for. Because the last time he came here was 20 years ago, and 20 years ago, this Sentosa Island, the tourist island, was way more different. We used to have a very big, we have an icon called the Merlion. We used to have a very, very big statue of it, and you can go into it, go up to the mouth, and you get a very nice view of Tengu Land, right? And they removed it. They destroyed it to, I don't know, build another bungee jumping place. I was like, bungee jumping? You can go anywhere for bungee jumping. Why would you come here just to bungee jump? It's not exactly pretty. It's not exactly amazing to bungee jump at either. Anyway, yeah, they removed a lot of the cultural things, the historical things, and it really sucks. We wanted to go to the remain. There's one historical site remaining on this island, and it's the old fort. The old fortress they had to defend the country with, right? Where they have some big artillery guns to fight off boats with, or naval ships with. We went there. Unfortunately, apparently, it's only open from 9 to 6:30. So we reached there about 6:40, 50-ish. And it really sucks because, you know, he was kind of looking forward to it. But you know what? He was happy with the sights and the, you know, just being able to see the scenery. On the way to the fortress though, they built a new like sky bridge that you can walk on. And as you from that bridge itself, you can actually see very nice views of the mainland and the ocean. So that itself was actually pretty much a good experience for him, and I was pretty glad. Yeah. So Sentosa Island. Not much there if you want to go, unless you want to go for Universal Studios. Universal Studios kind of sucks because it doesn't really change a whole lot. You go once or twice and you're done, I guess. Whereas the ones in like Japan and stuff, they cycle things in and out. Unfortunately, I don't think you can afford to cycle things in and out here, so not that great. I'm not gonna lie. The aquarium's pretty okay though, even though we didn't go. The aquarium's actually pretty okay. Damn, we should have went to the aquarium. Damn. All right. Anyway, yeah, I have a few like schedule regrets, but you know, he had fun. So that's the most important part. Yeah, we went from this, and then we went to a very good, well-known food center in Tengu Land for primarily for chicken rice. But unfortunately, he already ate chicken rice for lunch when he landed. So we got him other foods, like local foods like this. I forgot what this is actually. Oh, laksa. It is actually laksa without the shrimp because he's not too good with shrimp. We laksa, chicken noodle laksa, and he enjoyed it. We stuffed his face full of food, right? After he ate this, we ordered like carrot cake, and carrot cake's not actually made out of carrots, made out of radish, right? We got satay, which is like grilled meat on sticks, and it was amazing with the peanut sauce. And then we force fed him like drinks. We force fed him drinks. You know, when you have food, you have drinks as well, right? We let him try bandung, which is basically they call it rose syrup, and it's this very pink cough syrup looking drink that is super sweet, and it's actually pretty good. I don't like it, but people like it. And we let him try Horlicks. Horlicks is like a malt drink, and generally it's like the morning drink that people drink here, right? Horlicks. It's an unflavored malt drink, and it's got a nice texture. It's a little bit sweet, I feel. It's a little bit sweet. So very nice for the morning. Just warm, you drink it, just like, whoa. So yeah, we love our malt drinks here. We love our powdered malt drinks here with Tengu Land. So yeah. I think we let him... What else did we let him try? I forget. We forced fed him a lot of food. I think we forgot to take photos because I was busy. I was so busy eating as well. But yeah, after this, we took a tour around Chinatown, the Chinatown in Tengu Land. And you know, it's amazing. Like, you won't... Places that you normally go to and you know a lot about it, you won't know that you know a lot about it until you start explaining it to other people who don't know anything about it, right? In Chinatown, as we were walking by, we're like, oh yeah, in Chinatown we actually have an Indian temple here, so it's not actually just exclusively for the Chinese. We get to mix around a little bit as well, you know, so it doesn't become like an enclave. And you know, I was able to explain the history of the place itself, the naming, why Chinatown is called New Shui. It's called New Shui, which directly translates to cow car water, because they used to drag lug around barrels of water in Chinatown on cow powered carts, you know, and that's why it's called New Shui. Yeah, and I was able to explain a lot of the history, like a good amount. I won't say a lot of history. I was able to explain the history of the temple that was in Chinatown, that holds a relic, you know, and why the last time it looked like shit, and then they had the charity run, and then they rebuilt it, and now it looks amazing. Yeah, I was able to explain a lot of the history of Chinatown. I was so glad that, you know, my knowledge, my limited knowledge, even, it's not even like amazing amount of knowledge. It's just like, oh, like things my parents told me, you know, my parents, my grandparents, my relatives told me as we were, you know, walking through Chinatown when I was younger, right? You know, the naming sense and everything. And I'm glad this knowledge finally had some sort of use. I was able to, enlighten. I was able to enlighten another individual on my own country's history and culture, and it was actually really nice. I felt like I was worth something for a while. But yeah, after that, he was like, "Oh damn, I still want to walk a little bit." I'm like, what the fuck? You just landed, you ate, we walked like, you know, when we were walking the tourist island, Sentosa, like 10,000 steps already. When we were walking around Chinatown, it's another like 7,000 steps, right? He's like, "Oh, maybe we go some other place." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure. We could go nearby where a lot of the Tengu Land nightlife is at, right?" Of course, that's also might be interesting for him because the nightlife district, you know, where all the clubs are at, where the pubs are at, it's along the main river that runs along Tengu Land, right? And you get to see a lot of the boats and stuff there. Even though most of them are actually just stationary and don't really act as boats, but it is generally a sight that you would like to show people. I would like to show people, right? I don't really have a photo of it, do I? I don't. Yeah. So yeah, over there we went around, you know, and we were talking about like, so how was the tourist island? Oh, the tourist island was okay. It was, you know, but I enjoyed the sights and sounds. So like, yeah. I'm glad. Of course, we went to the nightlife district, you know, and unsurprisingly, it was my first time back there in a long time, and a lot of things have closed since the pandemic, and it really sucks because one of the restaurants I really wanted to go to closed down, and I never actually got the chance to go there. Maybe they opened somewhere else. I'm praying, I'm hoping that they opened somewhere else. So yeah. We went around and he's like, "Yeah, maybe I want to go to one and order some drinks for everybody." It's like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's go walk around and pick this like Vietnamese place," right? He enjoyed live bands. Apparently I enjoy live bands as well, so it was actually my first live band pub in a very long time. I think the last time I experienced a live band in a pub was like 10-ish years ago, actually, like a decade ago. Like, I actually sat down in a pub in Tengu Land and enjoyed a live band, and it was amazing. Oh my god, they played such great music, and their voices were great. Their instruments were on point. They're a local band as well. I was like, yeah, it was very nice vibe. Yeah, sat down. We had drinks. Where's the drink? There you go. We just ordered whatever. Of course, it was kind of watered down because it was the main nightlife district. Tasted funny, not really to my taste, but the company was amazing. Just sitting down, you know, talking about, "Oh yeah, so you know, it's really hot, isn't it?" "Yeah, it's hot. My balls are sweaty." Like, "Yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't want to know that much." Well, that's why you wear short pants and not jeans, where it traps all the humidity in your you know, nether regions. So yeah, talk a lot, drank a lot. We drank some, and here's the kind of mean thing we did, right? He's like, "Okay, I pay," and then he puts down the money. We take the money, then we pay, and I just slip the money back in his wallet when when he's showering or something. So it's pretty funny. Towards the end of the trip, he was like, "Huh, what if I spent so much, or what if I spent so much money?" It's like, "Huh, I wonder why." But yeah, and drinks, yeah, food, and the best comment, I don't know if it was just like manners or anything, right? But he's like, "Damn, this is just the first day. Is it okay when you have this much fun on the first day?" I'm like, "You're on vacation, of course." You're on vacation. You're here to relax. Of course it's okay to have this much fun. Yeah, I'm glad. Honestly, on that first day, on that first comment, I was like, "All right, we got this." And I was really assured that he'll have a good time. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the first day. Second day, you know, first day, you know, because it was a weekday, it was like Thursday or something, right? Was it? Yeah, it was. So it was a Thursday. Then on Friday, you know, where everybody, it's the end of the week, people are free to hang out a bit later. We gathered all our friends, and then we went to the my first izakaya. I want to say my first izakaya, rather our watering hole, our izakaya that we go to most of the times to just chill, eat, hang out, catch up. We do it once every few months, and I decided, you know, this might be a good izakaya, even though I found better izakayas or Japanese night pubs around like Tenguland, right? This honestly has the best view, right? It has the view of the Bay Area where it has this building. Singapore is kind of Tengu, whatever. Tenguland's kind of known for this building nowadays, but yeah, generally has a good view. Food is okay. Drinks are drinks. I'm gonna start reviewing this izakaya for the last time, right? I didn't review this izakaya on stream at any point because this was my base point. This is where I jumped off from to other izakayas, and it used to be my favorite. It honestly used to be my favorite, but now it's kind of fallen off a little bit. Not gonna lie. Anyway, yeah, good view, you know, and we finally getting all the boys together and like, yeah, kanpai, like. And it was great because every Friday I would normally go drinking, and normally I would go drinking alone, but it was a nice feeling to like not drink alone once in a while. It sounds really depressing. It's not, but like it was just I'm just glad to have company. Just nice company. We having drinks and just chilling and talking and catching up. I was like, yeah, it was great. Yeah, the izakaya is decent, you know. Oh shit, I didn't even take pictures of the first few foods. They gave us edamame, they gave us, I think, kawaebi, like small baby shrimps for the snacks, appetizers. Then he gave us the saba fish. This fish was actually pretty okay. Food wise, this place is actually pretty okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay, right? This fish was great. Oh, I'm feeling it in my mouth. The moment you bite into the fish and the meat just comes out and it's like, So yeah, great fish. Then they give you like warm eggs to I don't know, fill your gullet. Very, very big like fish eggs. This is amazing. Most of the time I see like all my friends eating, when we eat the egg and then we just end up needing to scoop up the eggs because the fish egg, sorry. We eat the chicken egg and we need to scoop up the fish egg and the radish in the back just to like, you know, clear your palate as well. This is good, amazing, good. And of course they gave us karage, like fried chicken, and the fried chicken is very, very big. It's literally one piece for one person. It's like, okay, maybe, you know, maybe smaller would be great. Smaller, more quantity would be great. You can just snack on it, right? But this one is like literally one big piece of chicken for each person. It's like, this is not exactly karage, is it? But yeah. And of course you got the sashimi platter. Because we had a lot of people, we had 2 platters, and like amazing. Like there's tuna, there's octopus, there's squid, there's salmon, I think there's swordfish, and I forgot what this is. A lot of different, like all the teibang, all the very normal things I have on a sashimi platter. It's there, you know. It's good. Yeah, it's good and amazing. It's good. Yeah. After that, they serve us like grilled fish, and like we ate. Oh, it was so good. A grilled fish. Yeah, it tastes like grilled fish, and you got the radish right here in the bottom. You can't see it. White, this white thing, just to clear your palate as well. Thankfully, we're all lemon people, so we all just put the lemon all on it. It's like, oh yeah, oil it on, just oil it on, just oil it on. Yeah, after we're done with that, of course, it's a course meal, right? So it was effectively why we found this place. I'm giving a bit of history. How we found this place is because we were looking for places with free flow alcohol, nomi hodai. So of course we found this place. Like, oh, okay, looks okay. The price is actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, the price is decent. It's great. It's great for the amount you get, right? For about $100, you get the full course, and you even get the full free flow drinks for like about 2.5 hours. I was like, wow. So generally, it's a good complete package. Food's okay. But if you don't want to think about ordering too much and you just want to eat and drink, generally pretty good. Good view too. But aside from that, there are better places to eat at, unfortunately. Now at least. The first few times we went, it was amazing. But maybe we're kind of mellowing out. Anyway, yeah. So because it's a course meal, they gave us all this food. It was all paid for, of course. And then they give you the porridge to wake up from being drunk. Wake up. wake up, wake up, right? Just eat the porridge, a lot of water, you know, just to rehydrate your body, and you know, the warmth of the porridge just wakes you up as well. And generally, it's a whole complete package. I'm glad it exists. Unfortunately, I'm moving on. This used to be my favorite izakaya, but now, not so much so. The staff kind of changed out. One of the old staff, one of the more senior staff that we're close to changed out as well. They went elsewhere, and now the drinks are way slower. The food also comes way slower. Sometimes they confuse our orders, and it's like, okay, but yeah, I might probably still go there once in a while if any of my friends want to like just hang out. But generally, I have other nicer places to go to now, unfortunately. But yeah, of course, after drinking and eating, you know, walked around a little bit. Nice shot of the town. I like these like long alleyways with like a building at the end. This is very like cyberpunk dystopian aesthetic. I love it. Yeah. After that, we went down to have karaoke. Of course. What's after drinking and eating? Karaoke, singing, and we all sang our hearts out. We booked like 2 hours. I was afraid 2 hours wasn't gonna be enough, right? But it was just great. It was just nice. We were just like towards the end of our session, we kind of like started mellowing out. I was like, oh yeah, this is a good time to end, and it was amazing. Also, I was starting to pass out. I was literally falling asleep because I am so fucking tired at the end of the day. Walking 25,000 steps every single fucking day. I was dead. Yeah. After this, we went to eat like some midnight snacks at a place close by. We ate roti prata. It's like it's like naan but softer, and you eat it with curry. It was great. We managed to introduce a lot of cuisines to him, and I think he was pretty glad that we did as well. But yeah, after karaoke, all our voices are kind of like gone, kind of a bit tired. Wait, we're gonna rewind a little bit, right? Most of the times when I'm at this point, when we go to karaoke, I'll be smashed. I'll be dead drunk. But like this time, the drinks were super watered down. This place. That's why I didn't really like it at all. It was kind of unfortunate because, yeah, I used to get kind of smashed at this place, but now I'm just, the drinks are like water. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was Friday. Like we got everybody together, and we drank, we ate, we chatted, and it was great. So at that day, he wanted to go to the zoo. He wanted to go to some sort of wildlife place, right? It was either going to the zoo or the bird park or something else, right? So we went with River Wonders or the River Safari, where it's a zoo and an aquarium, but it only really shows wildlife that lives close to, or you know, in a river, in rivers, right? And it's really like it's kind of hyper specific, but when you think about it, it's actually like the riversides. Just anything that lives close to a river, generally, or well, no, lives primarily in and around a river. It's a really specific set of wildlife that lives around there. There are like tigers and stuff. They go to rivers, right? But they don't really stay around rivers. They don't make their, you know, their homes in rivers. They don't live in a river. They live somewhere else. Giraffes, they live somewhere else. Zebras, well, they come to rivers once in a while, but they don't really hang around and live and, you know, make home on rivers or around rivers. So this is actually a pretty interesting, like, specific set of wildlife that they decided to display in this place, right? Yeah. Of course, they show like some of the rivers that they I don't want to say pluck, but you know, they have like animals from Mississippi, the Amazon, River Nile. I only took Mississippi, unfortunately. The Amazons even, and yeah, even I forgot what it's called, the Yellow River from China. There's a lot of different like river wildlife that they have like handpicked life animals from. Like this really interesting looking like gar or lizard fish. It's got like a head of a snake, right? The body is that of a fish. Seeing it, I was like, what the fuck? Is that a lizard? Is that a snake? Its head is completely flat and snake-like. Even its eyes are snake-like. Even its mouth was snake-like. But the body was that of a fish. So this was really amazing to see. It's a bit hard to see because I don't know why I took it this angle. I guess I was still a bit tired from the day before. Yeah. Of course, you know, having river life, you have the cute little duck. It's so adorable. It's so fluffy. Oh, of course, you see all the fish underneath as well. Of course, you got this big Chad hanging over the place. Like, I love him. He looks so fluffy. I want to pick him up. Very cute. So yeah, like all this like river wildlife that you never would think like fresh water. Well, most you would maybe never think that, you know, freshwater river wildlife, you know, has its own biome and everything. But with this, like, you really experience it. It's very weird looking, alien looking catfish as well. There was at one point, we went to an enclosure, like it was an enclosure, right? And it was like chest high in water, and there was like this alligator, right? It says like, oh, there's an alligator in here, and the alligator is literally right in front of the glass, right? It's just like, it's not even moving. It doesn't look like it's breathing. And both of my friends are like, oh, where's the alligator? Like, right, it's right there. It's right there. It's not moving. Like, oh no, I mean like a real one, like a live one. This has to be a statue, right? It's not moving at all. Like, it's real. Why would they make a lifelike alligator statue just to put in the fucking water tank? Right? It was such a silly moment. I wish I took a photo of the alligator, but like, it was really obvious that it's alive as well. Like, here's the problem, right? I am not gonna fault my friends for thinking it was not alive, because it was submerged. Its snot was not even above the water, and its eyes weren't even moving. Right? It was super still. It's crazy how still it was until because it's a tank, and it shares the tank with some other wildlife, right? I think it was like a turtle or something. Swam over it, and it budged just a little bit. Very minute movement, but only because the turtle was swimming across, and it was, you know, swimming over the crocodile, and the crocodile had to like adjust for the currents or something, right? It just moved very, very slightly. Its eyes didn't even shift. It was really scary, because if anything, I felt like it was hungry. So yeah. Of course, you know, we walked off for a little bit, and then after walking off for a little bit, it surfaced. It decided to surface. You know, it shifted a little bit, and then it surfaced its snout up to catch a breath. It's like, it's alive. It's real. Told you. It was really fun though. Like, it was really eye opening for some of them as well, and I'm glad. So yeah. You know, more river birds. This is like it's some sort of ibis that uses the flat beak to pan for fish, right? Generally pretty cool. I don't really like it that much. You know, big catfish. This thing is humongous. It looks really silly though. Yeah. Of course, you got a very nice view of like a very big water body. Like, just sit here, just like taking the, you know, and chill. Taking the sights and sounds. It's great. This place is amazing. I came to this place when it opened, and this is my first time back here since it opened. There's some things that were closed because of the pandemic. They used to have river rides like right here. You can't really see it, but there's a boat behind this bridge over here, right? And they used to run these boats out onto the water and just like show you around the river, and then, you know, teach you about it. But they don't do that anymore, unfortunately. I guess kind of a costing as well. It might not be it might have been a very popular attraction. But I wish I rode it at least once. Anyway, yeah, of course, being closer for some reason, I don't know. Do pandas live close to rivers? They don't. I don't think so. I think they needed a draw, you know, like something to get people to come anyway, even though they're not really interested in the river life, right? They had the pandas here. Like real pandas, not dogs painted with black paint to look like pandas. These are the pandas that stay in Tengu land. They about 5-ish years ago, 3-ish years ago. They had a kid in Tenguland, the first like Tenguland born panda, and it's very cute. One is called Tia Tia, one is called Le Le. Yeah, I forgot one more. Oh, I forgot what the other one's called actually. Yeah, so they're supposed to their names are supposed to invoke a sense of happiness. They're written with the Chinese word for home, and one more for happy. Yeah, and generally very cute, very lazy animals. And after seeing that, I was like, God, I wish that were me. I want to just sleep on a rock too, and have everybody just like go crazy for me. But being in the panda area, right? Unfortunately, I didn't take a photo of it because they weren't around. They were in their little hidey hole. They also had red pandas around here though. That's the main draw I had for this river safari when I first came. When it opened, I wanted to see red pandas, and I did. They were really cute. But this time I didn't manage to catch them. But I was able to focus more on the actual like river life aspect of the park. Yeah. You know, and then you actually have like a boat ride, right? It's like a little boat that runs on a track of water, and left and right without any fences or whatever are just animals for you to just actually see without the fence, without the glass, you know. And it's really like it feels like you're really up close to them, and it's really amazing. This is the one thing I can really say for a lot of the zoos here, is that they don't use glass or fences wherever possible, right? Of course, if it's, you know, a tiger or something and they're on the same ground level as you, they don't put any, they put glass, right? So yeah, this river ride, you get to see like wild hogs, you get to see like little monkeys, like they're actually climbing over you, and it was really scary because we don't know if they're gonna poop on us. It was actually really scary. Okay, little very small little monkeys, very small, like you can grab them with your one hand, kind of small, but they'll climb around. You could see them, you could just barely see them. It was like really cool. And of course we got the capybara. Very nice, you know, timing from the walk by the capybara sign and just have the capybara with the capybara sign. Very cool, very good friend, very good friend. I wish you could have the petting zoo for him though, honestly. Yeah. Of course, being post-pandemic, some things closed, but other things opened as well, you know. They took this one empty space they used to have, and they made like a walk-in area for seeing monkeys, birds, and other miscellaneous animals. There's something that looked like a capybara, but I don't think it is. Like some sort of rodent, right? And they're literally running around your feet. They're not even, and they're enclosed within this area, right? But they're not enclosed away from the place where you're walking, and so they're actively around the area, and you can get super duper close. I don't recommend it, but you get really close. You can get really nice shots without the glass, without the fence getting in the way, and very good. I only took one photo though, and everybody was crazy over this one thing. This sassy motherfucker was just on the floor because they know you can't really touch them. You shouldn't be touching them. So they just wait there. They just stand there and they're like looking at you. Of course, some people did really get really close, and of course, being a parrot, they wanted to like bite on things, right? Just to play. And some people were wearing sandals. Thankfully, nobody wearing sandals went close. People wearing shoes. It was time to bite on the shoes. I was like, oh my god, this little boy. I love being this close to birds. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. Very cool. Macaw. You got another one in the background. This one used to be an icon of the bird park. I didn't really take a nice photo of it. I did, but I didn't upload it because I didn't want to harp on for the birds for too long. I love the birds. I love the birds so much for this place. I love the birds in general. Okay, I love birds in general. Of course, after that we walk down, and there's this area where it's mostly an aquarium. You're starting to go down into the river itself. Instead of just being like chest high, this is gonna be like really high, really deep rivers. And they show like life, like otters. They got otters. They got dugongs. They got really big fish, very big stingrays, and it's amazing. And we've got this sassy motherfucker. This is an electric eel. And this is not even half of his body. You see this over here? That's like barely the halfway point. His body is literally nearly curled at the back of this tree over here. And it's humongous. These things are amazingly huge. But even then, apparently, they have a of course, having the animals, they have like displays showing you, how the animals are like, how they, it starts like, look at the little fins, look at it, it's so cute. Apparently an electric eel is 10% actual organs. 90% of it are organs dedicated solely for making electricity. Like towards the tail end, this entire part is probably just electricity making organs. It's crazy. It was great because he was just staring at us. I'm like, hello. Very cute. They also had an LED strip, like a light strip that showed how much electrical current was in the water. So a lot of times when it would go from 1 to 4 because it's generating electricity passively. So I guess it shouldn't be shooting all the way up. If it shot all the way up, it would be kind of dangerous. Not for us, but rather for the animal, because it might be stressed out. That's why it's generating that much electricity. So 1, 2, 4. I think that was up to 20 LED bulbs, like little things, little diodes for it to light up. But generally it stayed around the 1, 2, 4 range. So it wasn't too stressed out, I hope. Very cute little friend. I really wanted to pet its snout, but you can't. So yeah. Of course, being an aquarium, you need the big aquarium display where you have the big glass that's looking into the aquarium. And I love this kind of building sense. I don't know, this way of this kind of display, right? It's just so up close and so big. You just feel the sense of scale of things so much better of this. Instead of having them in a half-filled tank, this is a fully filled tank. And you're in the water. It feels like you're in the water with them. And I love this. I love this so much. Very big fish, very delicious looking fish. I'm not gonna lie. Some catfish on the floor. And of course you have the dugong. Very cute, very big friend. I really want to pet it. I think it's like kind of a dog. I'm not too sure. I'm not too knowledgeable in the field of dugongs and manatees, but generally I think they're really big and they look really huggable. I love them. They're generally vegetarians as well, so they probably will play kind of well-ish with humans if socialized, I guess, but you shouldn't because they're still animals. So yeah, they're cute. Yeah, I like this. I like this kind of shot. Like, it's just aquarium, and then people just looking at the fish in the aquarium. It's just a nice, very aesthetically pleasing for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the leading lines here. All right. So yeah. After that, we introduced our friend to bakute. Bakute. Yeah, bakute. Basically, it's pork rib soup that's it's kind of spiced up and kind of peppery, and generally very, very good. It's warm, it fuels your gut, and it's just spicy enough to make you feel like, full. And generally it's a lot. We kind of ordered a lot, honestly. But yeah, very good. Bakute is one of the things I would love to I would introduce to people off the bat, and I'm glad I managed to introduce it to my friend when he was here. So yeah. After that, and of course, having walked so much, I'm glad because having walked so much. This was the wrap up for that day, right? This was Saturday. Then Sunday, was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday we were supposed to have a barbecue, but because it was raining, we can't go to the barbecue. We decided to go hot pot, and so we took our time. I brought him out to another cultural spot. Like it was very ad-lib at that point, very touch and go. So for this day, for this new day, we went to what's called Little India. It's like the Indian town of Tengu, and there's a lot of food, a lot of spice smells, and I can't really talk a whole lot about Little India, unfortunately, because I wasn't too knowledgeable in that area. But generally, people come here to buy textiles and foods and stuff, and it's great. It's a great spot. It's very colorful. I love Little India, and generally, yeah, the food there is nicer. Yeah. Chinatown has a problem. The problem with Chinatown in Tenguland is that a lot of the hipster stuff is starting to encroach on the traditional buildings. Whereas in Little India, not so much so, because you know the community is actually still very strong here. So I'm glad Little India is still holding up. Yeah, went through the wet market. He was amazed because he's never been through a wet market. Effectively a market of like fresh fish, like caught on the day, and then you bring it in and they sell it, right? And you know, there's fish, and then there's spices and stuff. I didn't upload the photo of the spices. Yeah, it was really amazed just seeing the dried goods, dried spices just out on a storefront, because they don't really do that in Japan, right? Fish, they do it, right? Like in like Tsukiji fish market, maybe they do it, but like some of that it's pretty stir out in Tokyo and Japan. It was amazed to see like the butcher actually pop, like, you know, cutting up the meat, selling it. And of course the spices and the shop, the provision shops that sell spices, the smells, it's really enriching in a sense, in a sensory kind of way, right? You walk in there and you smell like the paprika, and it's not really paprika. There's a lot of different spices. I don't really know, the curry powder, all those smells come to you, and it's like, wow, it becomes an experience. Just walking through it just becomes an experience, and I'm really glad. Because I didn't know what I was doing that day. So yeah. We introduced them to hot pot, steamboat. I don't know, hot pot. So this is called Haiti Lao. So it's a pretty premium hot pot where you literally have a butler for your duration of dining, and they'll serve you. They'll pour the soup out for you. They'll scoop the soup out for you. They'll clean up the soup for you, and it's like it's always that same one guy. They get assigned to a table, and they will service you, and it's amazing. But yeah, we had a nice meal here. I can't talk much about it because I never really been here a whole lot. I just know, oh, okay, we gotta order, I'm gonna eat. That's all I knew. But yeah, because we went to the National Museum, and unfortunately it was towards the closing time, and there was a lot of things you could walk through. So we only really walked through one thing and went on our merry way. It was a small little cultural historical exhibit showing the history of some locations in Tenguland. Some shop houses, some old cash registers, not very in-depth, so it was very touch and go. After that, we came over to my place. We had drinks. He brought over whiskey. Oh, the whiskey was so good. And I played host. I was so happy to play host. Like, oh, okay, I'll go. You got any more ice? Okay, I'll get the ice for you. Just pass me your cup, and it was great. And we also had some sake, Junmai Kimoto. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. It went down so nice. But I'm glad because they didn't get piss ass drunk in my house and pass out. The pace of drinking was very slow, and I'm glad. Yeah. So on Monday when they were going off, thankfully they said, "Okay, can we just rest for the morning?" Like, I'm glad you said that because my legs are dying, and I saw his legs were like full of the muscle relaxing patches on his legs. Like, oh, so I'm glad I'm not the only one that's dying from walking so much. Generally, it was a very funny morning. Yeah. After that, it's like, oh, maybe we can go back to the museum. I really want to go back to the museum. It's like, okay, interesting. So we went back, and we went through a like 3-4 hour exhibit. I think it was a few 4 hours. I think we reached there around like 1 or 2, and then we went into this one exhibit, and it took 3 hours until we walked out the other end because we were taking our time and really actually going through the exhibit and like reading the history and stuff. I'm glad because even my friend has this problem, right? He goes to museums with his family. The family just walk through the entire thing and it's like done. They don't really read. They don't really you know actually take in the information that's on display, right? I'm gonna put out an image. So it was really like enlightening to finally like run into another person who actually takes their time through exhibits, and it was great. This is all about Tenguland history. They went from it covered the entire length of Tenguland history, from the fishing colony days to the colonized days to the bad times and then to the post bad times, modern times. And it was really amazing because unfortunately I wasn't able to explain a whole lot of the fishing colony days, the colonized days, and the bad times. The bad times I was able to explain just a little bit. The colonized times I was able to explain a little bit, but I was only really able to explain the modern times. That's where my lack of knowledge on the history of Tengu land kind of really came in. I was like, damn, I should actually learn a little bit more so I can actually explain to like friends when they come over, right? So it definitely, it was an enlightening experience for me and for him. He was able to go through it and be like, oh, you know, and we were just taking our time, just reading everything. Like, oh, I was able to explain like some of the colonized days, towards the tail end of the colonized days before the bad times, right? I was like able to explain quite a fair bit because we're taught a lot about that towards the during our in school. Yeah, of course, this is the Singapore stone. It's one of the oldest records of language in the world, like linguistics in the world, right? It was carved in stone, and it was I believe it was wrote in Sanskrit or something. Yeah, but I was never fully deciphered because it's that old. Apparently, some people think it's an order for a statue or something for a strongman, but nobody really knows because it's literally fucking scribbles on a rock. It got lost some time back. I thought it was completely gone because I think I was googling at one point and they're like, oh, it's appeared. Nobody know where it went. It's like, it's right here. It's in Tengu land. But yeah, very cool. And here we go. Yeah, very cool. Of course, we also explored the bad times, which is actually pretty cool though. Like, see, being able, okay, I haven't touched on Tengu land history in quite some time, and having learned Japanese, and then when you reach the bad times parts and you can actually understand what they're saying, it really opens your eye just a little bit more. Yeah, very interesting exhibit. Even I was enlightened. I was happy to be able to explain quite a few things to my friend, and yeah. Also, we took a break in between. We went to a university nearby, and the food was a little bit expensive. The portions were pretty little, but I was able to introduce him one of my favorite dishes again. How do I say it? Biryani, Biryani, Biryani. So it's like long grain rice, and with curry, normally paired with meat, either chicken or mutton. I love mutton. I love the mutton version. They also give you this thing over here. It's like a biscuit. You use that to scoop up the rice and dip into some curry, and you eat it. It's a very filling food. I love it. I love it. The only time you know you're eating proper biryani is when they give you this biscuit to scoop the food up with, the rice up with. It's really good. So yeah, I was really happy to be able to explain this to them, and rather to show them how to eat it, and to show them, you know, how to enjoy it as well, and very good. Yeah. After that, we went back to the museum. There were other smaller exhibits about the history of just Tengu land. Not a lot about the exterior history, more about the internal history. You know, the cultural shifts, what was popular back then, you know. And this it looks like a few just normal plastic chairs, but this is one of the Tengu childhood moments where there used to be a very big stadium here in Tengu land, right? A big stadium. We hosted like Olympics there. I think we hosted some Asian Olympics there before. Some big football matches. Definitely some concerts. Of course, some Independence Day parades. You know, very big stadium. I grew up with that thing until they took it apart. I think about like a decade or two ago, right? And I thought, like, that actually fucking sucks. That building is historical. Of course, granted, it was old. It's literally rock and stone, right? There's very little metal in the construction because it was that old. It was during that brutalism age, if anything, if I remember correctly. It's during the brutalism age. So a lot of rock and stone, a lot of hard corners and stuff, right? And they took it apart. It was gone until we came to this exhibit. And I was like, huh, why do they have like plastic chairs over here? I was like, and I read this little sign over here. It's like chairs from the old National Stadium. Like, it took me a hot while. I had to absorb what was going on. I had to think. I had to process my thoughts and my emotions as I saw these seats that I sat on as a kid still preserved in some form of fashion. I remember that little fucking hole right there. I don't know what it was for. I thought it was just to ventilate your ass. Probably because how humid it is over here. But like, just seeing the chairs itself, just sitting down in the chairs itself. I had a flashback. I had several flashbacks of times when I was brought to a Independence Day parade as a really small child and sitting my entire upper leg in that chair and my feet dangling off the edge of this plastic chair and just complaining how hot it is most of the time because a lot of the humidity gets trapped, you know, in the chair. And I flash back to when I was a little kid. I flash back to when, you know, they did a really silly thing where they threw a giant balloon over your head and you're supposed to keep pushing it and push it down all the way down to the main stadium. I remember my childhood where I sat in these very chairs as they flew what was not F-16s, F-15s. Back then it was A4 Skyhawks. Super Skyhawks, I think, is the proper naming for it, where they flew Super Skyhawks over our heads. You know, the performance. I remember, you know, before we even had Apaches, the Chinooks would drag the flag across the sky. It was the Chinooks, I think with some Hueys. I don't think it was Hueys, something else for sure. I remember a lot from my childhood as I sat down in that seat, these very particular seats. As I sat down in them, and as my ass, you know, kind of conformed to the shape of that chair, I remembered the National Stadium. I remembered being hustled along as a small little child with my teacher to go to the Independence Parade. I remember, you know, sitting in that chair, those chairs right there, and singing our Independence Day theme songs, right? They had really good theme songs back then. I'm not gonna short sell the ones recently as well though, but the old ones definitely hold a bigger place in my heart. I remember reciting the pledge. I remember singing the national anthem as I stood up from these chairs as a little kid and struggling to sit back down because how big they were. I'm glad that, you know, that this is entirely my own perspective and my own subjective view. I'm glad in front of these chairs there was a big screen showing things from that exact same era. They showed the old zoo, they showed the old bird park, the old aviary. They showed the old Sentosa Island before they even built a bridge to it. You had to take a boat to it every single time. Or it was a boat or a bike cable car. These were two modes of transport you can go to the tourist island with. Not by car, not by train. Cable car or ferry. So I was able to sit there, bask in the sheer nostalgia of just sitting in a plastic chair and explain to my friend the sights, the sounds of the things that were being shown on the monitor in front of these chairs. And I was able to really go in depth of the era that I was, that was slightly before I was born, honestly, because a lot of it was still around when I was born, rather. You know, they even had like a little miniature drive-in theater at the other side. I was able to say, oh, I ever really went to a drive-in theater like once or twice as a kid, but I couldn't really remember. But I remember the old car my dad used to have. It was a old Volkswagen Beetle. The windows at the back couldn't close, so we put like a cloth over it, right? It was really cramped, but we made do. So a lot of those memories just resurfaced at that exhibit, at that display. Just childhood things, I guess. You know, they even showed like the old National Library where I used to go and unironically borrow books from Goosebumps. Mr. Midnight. I don't know if Mr. Midnight's an international thing, but yeah. Goosebumps. I believe they had an adventure book for Goosebumps. Some sci-fi encyclopedias about possible life out in outer space. I borrowed so many books from that library. And sad to say it's gone now, but I'm glad it's being preserved in one way or another. There's photos, videos, artists' renditions. It sucks that we don't have these buildings anymore. It honestly does suck, but I guess it's a, you know, unavoidable thing and an inevitable thing for Tengu land being as scarce on land as we are. So yeah. Wow, okay, I went on a fucking tirade there. Okay. Yeah, no, these chairs, just looking at them gives me like flashbacks. So let's move on. Yeah, so they covered a lot of the hippie era, I think like 1985 to the bad times and also the pre-bad time. They covered the four Tengu land eras. So it was great. The bad times one was pretty good actually. They had the oh, did I even upload the tank? I didn't upload the tank. They had like a during the main exhibit. They had like a Chiha tank or something, right? A Japanese tank. It's not a real one. It's a replica that was used for the Pacific. The movie The Pacific with Tom Hanks, I think. They forgot their tank. Yeah, they forgot their tank. You know what? Let me dig up the image. Give me a second. Oh wow, that's me. Hello. Give me a second. I uploaded it somewhere. It's over here. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually really cool. Like, it's not real. It definitely looks a little bit fake up close, but it's actually, you know, the closest thing we can get. And yeah, heck, I don't think the front glasses is this angle. It's slightly even more angled. It's slightly more flatter. But you know what? Fair enough. It's a pretty faithful rendition. You've got the drive wheels, you know, the tracks with the little bite-in marks. They don't have the little bento bell though at the back, I think. Ring ring. So yeah, very cool. Let me just not show this in a second. OHB. We're going through the good times. So yeah, so I had to send my friend off on that day. After we're done with the museum, it was just perfect timing. We got back about 7. Their flight was at like we got back at about 7. Their flight's at about 10, right? We managed to. One of our friends managed to get a car, and then they just picked us up, and we went to the airport in top speed. We reached about like 7:30-ish. We got dinner, you know, managed to introduce him to another new dish. It's fried rice. It's fried rice. Fried rice isn't that specific, but they managed to try our kind of fried rice with some mihun, I guess, some noodles as well. That was good. Yeah, I'm glad when we should wrap up this entire thing. He ate till his stomach was kind of painful, so it was okay. It was good. But yeah, it was a very tearful goodbye. You know, as they went into the departure lounge, the departure area. It was just like, wait, oh yeah, come back. I did the whole thing. I'm like, oh, don't go. It was really fun. Even I'm happy and I'm glad they had a good time. I hope even they're going back, they had a good time. You know, it felt nice, you know, playing host. I really want to do it again. I enjoyed bring people around, and it was nice. It was just nice. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit selfish of me because I was having a lot of fun just playing host. I don't know if they were having fun being hosted. But anyway, yeah, that's enough. That's overthinking. Anyway, that was last week. This week, well, not much happened this week though. So, because this was technically this week already, because they went off on a Monday. So yeah, let's keep on. So yeah, after we sent them off, I was dead the next day. I was like, I cannot move. My body hurts. 25,000 steps every single fucking day. Yeah, no. I was like, yeah, no thanks. So yeah, not much else happened that week. I streamed on Wednesday. This week, I guess. Streamed on Wednesday. We did the Final Fantasy. The new Final Fantasy patch was amazing. The new raid series is super fun. The music is super good. I won't be doing the Savage because I'm poo poo at Final Fantasy. So yeah, more like I'm just lazy. So yeah, Wednesday we streamed Final Fantasy. I'm glad because had some friends join. It was really fun. Did we? No, we met some new people. We met some new friends. It was crazy. Open party finally, like, you know, three or four times. Like, oh, I had a lot of fun. I want to stream a little bit more Final Fantasy before I close off. We're not streaming it because I only really stream the new content, but I don't want to stream struggling through the new content. You know what I mean? Like the hard content stuff. Yeah, because that one makes me a little bit gamer. Anyway, yeah. From that, not much else happened this week. I had to go on a work trip from Thursday to Friday. They you know, were very welcoming. They're really receptive, you know, and they brought us out to eat some very nice foods. This is an izakaya, not in Singapore or not in Tenguland. So to review this, we have a very brief review. The drinks are pretty good. The food, pretty good. The atmosphere itself is actually pretty good as well. So I don't know. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. Generally, it was pretty okay. I kept being teased for drinking too much. Like, oh, do you have enough? Do you have enough? I'm like, what? What's this all of a sudden? Apparently, my boss told them I drink way too much. So now I've got the image of an alcoholic. So I'll take it. But yeah, could be worse. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and then after this, I came back. It was a pretty nice trip back, very chill. Yeah, we on the way back we had a really big car with a lot of leg room. It was amazing, and yeah, that was my week essentially. Yesterday we did the main story quest for yesterday for Final Fantasy 14, and God, it took like 6 hours. Here's the thing, right? I was like playing. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play it and then go through it and just be like, yeah, wow, okay. At the end for the last boss fight, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a party finder. I out loud I said, I don't know if anybody's joining. I don't think anybody's gonna join, but I'm gonna put it up anyway for 20 minutes, and then we'll go duty finder. And guess what? Apparently, my Japanese friends were watching the whole time, and they joined the party finder as I made it. I was like, oh wow, 3 people joined. Who the friends? Like they were watching the whole time. And I told her like, damn, I was like playing all by. I thought I was playing all by my lonesome. Little did I know, it was so amazing because they joined, some other people joined, and it was so fun that day. It was such a great climax wrap up for that patch, and yeah, the fight was great. The fight was amazing. The music was great. The setting was great. Final Fantasy 14 is amazing. And yeah. But yeah. That was Final Fantasy 14. Half-Life Alex. Wow. Yesterday we went through 1.5 hours. It's more than like most of the times, right? Cut short about under an hour. Because it was slightly cooler that day. But also, I really want to wrap it up soon. I want to play some other VR games. We went to the zoo. We fight some leggies, some antlions. But currently, I think we're making way to the vault. So that'll be fun. I'm hoping to wrap it up soon. I mean, by soon, I mean by tomorrow. Not tomorrow. By this coming week. But we'll see. Maybe I'll start earlier. So, yeah. Yeah. And that brings us to today. Sunday. Oh, God. I'm glad because this coming week, it's a public holiday on Friday. So I might stream even more, honestly. Or I might just go to the bird park. I might want to go to the bird park, the new one. I really want to go there. So we'll see. I've already started making the schedule for this coming week. generally, yeah, I'm still tossing ideas around. So yeah, that's it for me for this week. It was a very eventful 2 weeks. I had a lot of fun guiding people around Tengu Land, and I wish to guide more people around Tengu Land. I should just open like a Tengu tour thing, right? Or just bring people around. Wait, that's like really good like video idea, which I won't do because I'm lazy. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, not much else. A really eventful 2 weeks, very tiring 2 weeks. I'm gonna be honest, mentally, physically, super tiring, but I had a lot of fun, you know. And I guess that's the most important part. Yeah. Anyway, I talked a lot today. Heck, I had a fucking flashback just looking at these seats, and I talked a good solid 10 to 15 minutes about these fucking seats. Anyway, that's it for me for today. I want to say that's it for me for today. I think I probably forgot something, and I'll remember as I end the stream. I'll leave it at that. That's fine. Yeah. I can't wait for the next friend to come to Tengu Land. I really want to guide someone around again. But yeah. That's it for me for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to me recount my days these past 2 weeks. And yeah. Next stream, literally tonight. I might delay it to 10 p.m. I'll probably delay it to 10 p.m. JST because I've got something on Final Fantasy 14. 10:30ish. Anyway. Yeah, I'm playing For Honor with Machiko. I don't really know what it's like. I really don't know. But we'll see. Apparently it's like a melee game. I don't know. We bought it on a sale like a few months back. We didn't actually touch it until now because Halo has taken up a good amount of our time. I'm glad to be done with Halo as well. Very good game. So, without further ado, that's it for me for today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for chilling with me. Thanks so much for listening to me flash back to the 80s and 90s. I'll catch you guys next time. Yeah, that's it. So, take care, stay hydrated, and keep on keeping on. It's another week. For me, it's a shorter week. And, yeah. Take care of yourselves. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Where's the end card? Where is it? There it is. Bye.